Davies calls on Cabinet to back Theresa May's Brexit deal. Image Getty. Davies, Tory chairman of the Welsh Affairs Committee, is adamant the UK must leave the EU by the end of next month, with or without a deal. The Monmouth MP warned ministers must deliver Brexit by backing the Prime Minister's deal or risk losing support among Conservative MPs. It comes as Environment Minister George Eustice quit the government after Mrs May promised MPs a vote on delaying Brexit. Mrs May's withdrawal agreement returns to the Commons for a second vote on March 12 after it crashed to a resounding defeat in January. Mr Davies told MPs, "I have a slight regret frankly that we didn't go off to Brussels a few years ago and make it very clear that we weren't going there as supplicants. The people of Britain and Wales have voted to leave the European Union, and if there's been a failing, there's been a failing by the European Union for not being able to instill the confidence that they want in the people of this nation. I very much hope that all those who feel there's going to be some detrimental impact if we leave without a deal are willing to back the Prime Minister." Theresa May's withdrawal agreement returns to the Commons for a second vote on March 12. Image Getty. "I believe we must be out by the end of March, and I hope all ministers and all cabinet ministers are aware of that." Davies, Work and Pensions Secretary Amber Rudd, Justice Secretary David Gauke and Business Secretary Greg Clark have already backed extending Article 50 rather than leave with no deal on March 29. It comes after 11 rebel Labour and Conservative MPs quit the parties over Brexit fears to join to the independent group. Anna Soubry, Sarah Wollaston and Heidi Allen resigned in protest and joined 8 Labour MPs who walked out last week. Ian Austin became the 9th Labour MP to resign last week, but he has not joined his ex-colleagues in the independent group. Environment Minister George Eustice quit after Mrs May promised MPs a vote on delaying Brexit. Image Getty. Speaking during Thursday's Commons St David's debate, Mr Davies called on cabinet ministers to back the Prime Minister's deal. He added, "I believe we must be out by the end of March, and I hope all ministers and all cabinet ministers are aware of that, and are aware that if they want our support for difficult policies we need to be out with or without a deal by the end of March." On Thursday, Brexiteer Mr Eustice resigned over fears Brexit may never happen at all, but he said he would support Mrs May's Brexit deal despite reservations. In his resignation letter, Mr Eustice said he feared the EU would be dictating the terms of any extension requested and the final humiliation of our country